Excuse me. Welcome back to Metal Heroes Review, episode 50. Yes, congratulations to myself for having the third of my Tokusatsu review series to reach episode 50. Did I predict basically this be the one basically reach this up number? I'm not really surprised about it per se, but some might be asking what series could be the one to reach 100. I don't know. I have honestly no idea, especially since like once I finish up Metalder, that's what I'm talking about here. I only have about 12 more series I'm going to talk about, and that's it. I'm not discussing the last two purely because basically it's children with little robots, and this is two series. It's kid shows, and I'm more of the action stuff, and this is just not interesting to me at all. And yet, for some reason, for the 40th anniversary of the Metal Heroes franchise, they said include this, despite the fact fans don't count it because it doesn't feel like that. But that's here and there. All right, with these two episodes, we're discussing basically two standalone episodes. First off, where so one thing I should point out though, in these two episodes and the previous ones, God Nero does not go to his human form. It's like the only time we see him is basically in the God Nero's form. He does not go to the human form at all in these two episodes. He do see Secretary out. So in the first episode, there's like two different plots here. So the A plot, aside from the fact Nero wants to kill Metalder, this time it sends two brothers who make their debut this episode. Their job? Simple. Kill Metalder because he might be a threat to their plans. Despite the fact he doesn't really know the location, he doesn't even know the name of he doesn't know the name of their boss. Yes, he does not know where the location is or even the name of the place. This is the Ghost Bank. So, and what's Metalder doing? Why, he's becoming a soccer coach. Yep, becomes a coach because these boys need, let's just say, a coach for this soccer tournament that they're participating in, and he agrees. We also have Mio just teaching him basically all the strategy related soccer, and the team is really good. They win their game. That of course he was part of because he finds these two brothers, which turns out these two are not brothers by blood. They're probably just sworn brothers, and apparently they're the only ones who know the fact they're not really blood related. But I really enjoyed this episode, and the fact they actually allowed to live. It's like, okay, we'll fight again. Who knows when that'll be? In the case of the next one, where we have the next robot we face, technically not a robot, basically it's another one of the generals, a very respectful one, where things starts out in the main Ghost Bank, where Hourglass is doing arm wrestling and betting, and of course winning a bunch of money, and one of the sumo wrestlers. By the way, this episode was their final appearance in the series because, from what I heard, the way that the comedy did not really match the tone of the series. So after this episode, these two were dropped. Were they killed? From what I read, no. They just were dropped from the series because they weren't necessary. I guess the creators realized, though, yeah, these characters are not necessary for the tone of the series, so let's just drop them. And I'm actually quite happy with that. That's perfectly fine with me. So they start a fight. Hourglass basically starts a fight with the guy who ends up, doing the fight in this episode, Barlock. And apparently this thing is like he used like a ball and chain. Like, that's interesting. Yeah, and he's able to basically how should I put this? He beats the monster and then eventually he battles Metalder, but Hourglass is bitter because he beat him in combat. So let's do what we do during the Top Gunner one. Let's have it where basically the monster basically interferes in the freaking plans. I'm like, it's like the tone is like, wait, did the writers just basically rip off themselves with this? It's like episode 8 is basically just kind of doing a little bit of basically doing the game what happened in episode 6. kind of, but not really. So then they just attack him for no reason. The other general's like, oh, he betrayed us. And by the way, the command, he's like, no, he didn't. You have no evidence. More like, he betrayed him because basically Metalder saved him. That's the only evidence he has the contrary. So Metalder basically just, well, he doesn't, of course, he tends to bow him. They also came up a scientist who's connected to, well, to his creator. Because Top Gun mentioned episode 6, follow the clues left by your creator, which of course he does. He talks to him, he does remember his creator. When he mentions the name Neros to him, he's like, it's like he basically maybe knows who it is, but doesn't go into it, and then he's taken captive. Though he's not, the guy, by the way, the Hourglass was not ordered to do so, he just did it on his own. Because apparently in the Neros Empire, sometimes the monster can do what the heck they freaking want. And, of course, they actually punish for it. But I think half the time it's encouraged, per se. But Bardock basically was like, yeah, this is a bad idea. I'm going to return him, basically, and then fight him. And he does. He gets taken again, but this time he's able to keep his promise. And Bardock is defeated. Yeah, the laser arm slices up his mask, reveal, he reveals his backstory. He used to be a triathlon athlete, and he really wanted to get into the Olympic Games, but this one guy who he couldn't beat, so he decided to drug him. He put drugs in his drink, so he get disqualified, so he would go to the competition. Which, it did work, except he regretted what he did because the guy who he did it to committed suicide. Yes, there's like, no more dirty tricks. I'm not doing this anymore. He went on his own without any help. And, well, he loses, but at least got into at least 2 episodes. The monsters are really good. I like the fact that Bardock, he does, it seems like he died because he explodes right after the mask is destroyed. The brothers actually live to find their day because, well, they're brothers. But yeah, 2 really good episodes. Thoroughly enjoyed them. I can't wait for talk about the rest of the episodes. At this point, before my break, 8 episodes down and about 17 left. Overall, for the whole series, 31 to go. Yep, 31. Next up, we have a Comic Corner. It's on to Case Closed. Okay, next video.